Okay.
Okay. Now you know to start. That's where we're going to start.
That's my
Skein.
symbol.
And you know what I was thinking, Debbie?
What were you
If we
thinking, Amy?
we do our podiversary next time, which is in 2 weeks when I come to California,
Yes.
and I thought it was going to be Skein 25, and it's going to be Skein 24. Because this is Skein 23, is it not?
Yes.
Yes, it
What's
is.
significant about 25 versus
Well, it's
24?
just, I don't know, like 10, like 100, like 50.
I know, but if you think
25
about
is
it,
a,
24 is a nice even number for 12 months. That's like an average of 2 a month.
and like who's counting?
Who cares?
Who cares? That's who cares. Ronnie's consulting me in over here. I was going to say insulting. He's not insulting me. He's consulting me. He says you guys can do a little quick podcast with mom and dad, and then we can do one for ourselves if it's really that important. He want we need to have them
On the
recorded.
podcast again.
Yes.
Okay, we will. So
So when
anyway,
we send them to the crematorium, we will have something to look back and say, remember the days.
yes. That's such an
Ronnie's
uplifting
shaking his
thought for
head.
this
It's a
day.
very uplifting thought, and it is kind of rainy and drippy here. So welcome to the morbidity of Periscoping Sisters podcast.
I am
And you know, there was,
Debbie. Let's
but
introduce
wait a minute,
ourselves really quick. Oh
before,
my
wait, before
gosh.
you introduce,
Okay, we won't
I've had,
introduce ourselves at all. If you don't know us, who cares? You can't find us. It doesn't matter. I'll put it on the screen.
I think we should just start it in it because we have had some comments from last time and they say, you know, all that stuff at the beginning is boring anyway. We
That's
like when you
true.
just jump right on in there.
Okay.
So, hello,
Oh,
welcome. So just start
there you
talking.
go. Well, today is February 18th, and I
Yes.
think that's good to say. 2017. It's
Yep.
Saturday. We got a big rainstorm that came through yesterday, and it
I
wasn't as
saw.
big as I thought it was going to be. I was a little
Did you
bit
see that
disappointed.
huge sinkhole, Debbie, that ate 2 cars that over in
Where?
where was the sinkhole, honey? It was over where you guys were.
I didn't.
Tierra
Then.
Santa? No, I'm
No.
only kidding. That's your neighborhood. But
I
they showed
didn't.
these big trucks. The water was up halfway up the grill. You could hardly even see their headlights. And those big trucks like Ronnie going
What
like they're
are they
riding down a
doing
river.
that?
Stupid.
Oh
I
my
don't know, maybe this
gosh.
was up in LA or something, but there was a sinkhole huge, like the size of someone's garage
Yeah.
in the middle
Well,
of the road.
the LA north of us got hit a lot harder, I think, than we
Worse.
did. It
Now
wasn't
there's
as bad.
storm number 2 coming too. I saw there's a second one coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not going to hit you.
I don't know. I have to look at the
Ronnie
news.
says it's going to be mostly north. Well, in 2 weeks, it better not even make one drop when I'm out there. I will not
Don't
have
hold your
that. That's
breath.
not acceptable.
Don't hold your breath.
But I'm not holding my breath either.
Okay.
You have such a beautiful vulvar scarf on. And I was watching
Vair.
Volvaire. Sorry, I was watching Amber from Yarn Hoarder, and she was taught. This is not her last pod. It was maybe a couple podcasts ago, and she went on and showed her things and talked about you, and she was almost done. I was thinking, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, and she's not going to say it, and then she says, "Oh my gosh, I almost totally forgot to tell you the name of the scarf." I'm like, "Oh, Amber, good job." I was just like, is she gonna say it? Is she gonna say it? People are probably like, well, what's the name of it? She did finally say it. I thought that was really cute. She's like, oh my gosh, I almost totally forgot to say the name.
Yeah.
So it is
So,
beautiful, and Connie's is too. Julie
yeah.
Knits.
So I just wanted to let everybody know I finally did get it back, get it out on Ravelry. It's a scarf or a cowl, and I've put instructions in to allow you to use whatever weight yarn you want. So you can customize the width, the
Right.
length, and you'll still get,
And you know the difference between a scarf and a cowl is just you just sew the ends together.
well, not with this pattern, because this pattern has the ridge that goes down the middle. So you have to
But
have
they
the
have
mat.
2 ends. At the very end, you bind off, then you sew the 2 ends together. Is that not possible?
You're not understanding. The pattern,
Traffic
you
show me.
start with a couple
I
stitches
know.
and
I
you
know.
increase.
Yes.
So the rate at which you increase is dependent upon how long you want to knit your garment.
Right.
So
And
if you want it to be a cowl, typically you want that to be shorter than what a scarf is, right? If you want a cowl to be one loop, It's a
What
lot
if you want
shorter.
it to be 10 loops? You just make a scarf that's 100 inches long. You sew the ends together and you wrap and wrap and wrap, and then you look like one of those Chinese ladies with the rings on their neck. See, you can change
That's
any
true.
scarf.
You can just
Thank you.
knit it like a scarf and stick the two ends together and then make it a cowl. But if you'd like to
So
make it a
voila.
customized cowl that's just one loop, then I gave you the instructions on how to do the math to figure out how many stitches to increase to and how often to
That was
increase it.
very nice of you. I don't
Yes.
ever do nice math things on my patterns
It's a
because I don't know
very
how to.
it's a very versatile pattern and you can
It
use
is.
whatever weight yarn you want, as many colors as you want, and I got to take it off because I'm burning up.
I was gonna say I almost put on my new cowl, and I'm gonna have to because Aunt Jan asked me to, so I will in a minute. Aunt Jan, be patient.
So see that spline that runs through the middle?
Yes.
You have to know
What does
how
it look like on the other side?
it looks like little ends woven in with all my colors.
Let me see. Oh, that's the other side?
That's the other side.
Okay.
See
So if you don't
this?
like that spline sticking up, you can, even though that's part of the design of the pattern, you could choose the other side as your front side. Oh,
That's
Debbie, that's so
true.
pretty. Look how pretty that is.
You could do it that way. See, so you
Remember that
start
big
with this
coat that I
tiny
made that,
little end and then you go
yeah.
all the way big. Okay, enough about Volvaire. Thank you everybody who supported my pattern. And I've sent a lot out into the world to be given away. So go
So
check
you're
out.
saying you're generous despite all the math and all of that, even more generous.
I
How
just want
nice
to
of
see
you.
the patterns. I want to see the pages on Ravelry. I want people
Yes.
to put the projects in Ravelry so I can see all the
Oh, I don't care
colors.
about well, I guess you could go there. That's too much homework. I love when people hashtag
Yeah.
and then you can go look at hashtags and see all the different things. How about that traveling fiber unicorn
I
Gabicorn?
know.
You
She's
see that
finally like
castle she was in for?
on her way.
She is, I don't even know where she is right now. I know Savvy Skeins had her, and then
I think that may have been the last person I remember seeing. Do you want me to look her up?
you can get your secretary too. It's easier when you let her do it.
Okay, I'll let her do it.
Okay,
Stand
speaking
by.
of standby. Okay, so Aunt Jan, stay tuned because I'm going to put on my new Salassia. I guess that's how you say it. I was looking for a name for my new cowl made from bulky Yarn Cafe Creations, Christie's yarn. It's in the Mermaid Party colorway. And
Emily
I got,
Jane. Emily Jane just posted.
I was in the middle of talking to everybody.
Sorry. No,
Okay.
actually, she didn't have her. She reposted. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay, so I was looking for a name and everybody there was so many great
I love
names that
that.
people came up with that with.
I
So I
love that,
decided but I
Anne.
decided on a name that I found myself. It's Salassia. You know, I need to
Can you
get my
turn it sideways so that it shows in the natural light so that the real colors can show up?
I'm sure I can. Hold on just a minute while my secretaria Salassia. Can you see that?
I can see that.
That's the
Yes.
name. That's how
Okay.
you do the name. I've got some other things written on here that I need to. Okay, so turn it towards the natural light.
Yes. That's really pretty.
So it's basically seed stitch. And I know people have issues with seed stitch only because you have to knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one. But I'm telling you what,
It's
I
worth it.
reknit this several times because that's what designers do. They do it one way and they say, well, I don't know. And then they do it another way and they say, well, okay, maybe this works, but I need to change this. And then they rip it out for the fourth time and the fifth time.
Amy, your microphone.
Okay, if you need to pick your nose with your microphone, that's very easy to do with these. Okay, sorry, is this better? Okay. So,
Will it take away a little bit more?
even more. Golly.
Okay, that's good.
I'm blaming Aunt Jan because she's the one that wanted to see it on.
Aunt Jan, you're such a
Aunt
troublemaker.
Jan, she is a troublemaker. I always thought Mom was the troublemaker. So anyway, this yarn is absolutely glorious. So it's
I need
Yarn
to get
Cafe
me some of
Creations.
that. When I go off my yarn stash control
Mm,
diet, I'm going to get me
it's
some
so yummy.
bulky.
Okay,
That's
so I'm going to take it off now.
what was the name of the color again?
Mermaid Party.
Okay, Mermaid Party.
This was the name of the
I love
yarn,
that.
and it takes about 1.5 skeins. So if you buy 2 skeins, you'll have some left over.
It looks
So,
like a great gift knit.
you guys, once I decided the direction I wanted to knit it, because eventually, initially, I went back and forth, and then I decided to knit it in the round, like 3 days, and not even like hours and hours and hours. That's what's nice about bulky yarn; it knits up so quickly.
It's probably less than a 10-hour project, huh?
Oh, yes, it's a weekend project. You got a rainy day, you can knock out most all of it, and
Yeah.
you don't have to knit as wide. That's the other nice thing about it. If you want to knit it half the length and have it a little skinnier,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just okay. So anyway, that's out there as well.
Okay. Do you have, and I have a couple finished objects to talk about. Oh, you know
And
what?
you know
Do we
what?
want to do group and give away things first, or do we want to do knitting and do that at the end?
Okay, let's do group and let's just do that at the end, because some people may not care.
Okay.
They might.
Let's
Should we?
let's
Let's do
do
it
it now.
now.
Let's do it now and get it out of the way,
Okay.
because
Okay. Not saying
then
it's not important because people we can interdisperse. We can keep
intersperse it.
mother happy because we just showed some fiber. Now we can talk about some things, even though she
Okay.
says you get too chatty. Keep on. Okay, so what we're going to
Okay.
talk about these patterns that we have been gifted. We've gotten several, have we not?
I have 4 on my list here.
You are more popular than me. Actually,
You need to
I have.
move over in your screen. You're kind of
Oh
getting over to the side of the edge of the
my gosh.
screen.
Okay, hold on. Hold on.
That's better.
You see Myrtle?
I see Myrtle. She's got your cladonia on.
Cladonia.
So pretty.
I
It
know
fits
this.
her
It
very
fits her
well.
better. It fits her better because she's only 12 inches wide, where I am. Okay. So, do you want to start?
I can start. I think. Well, you start, and I'll add in.
Okay. I was going to pull up, hold on, as my secretary
Okay,
finds
I'll
something.
start if you need to
Okay,
pull
you
up.
start.
Okay.
I need to pull something up.
So I thought we would give away this pattern as one of the giveaways, maybe from your chatter thread on your love along socks, because you have a knit along going on right now.
Yes, we do
The
have a
love
knit
along
along.
socks. And this is a sock pattern that I received from Christina, the cozy knitter.
Yes.
And you received it as well,
Yes, I
I'm
did.
assuming. The name of
I
the
did.
pattern is called Be My
Be my
Valentine.
Valentine. Yep. And they're socks. Be my
They're
Valentine
socks,
socks.
yeah, and she knit them in her Valentine colorway, I think. The picture's on Ravelry. It's a beautiful light pink and medium pink, and I think some gray in there too. And it's a really cute pattern with a little strip that comes up the foot and the leg that has little X's and O's, like little kisses and hugs.
Right?
So Christina, thank you so much for that
That's
pattern.
so sweet.
She gifted one to both of us and then one to a lucky viewer. So I think we should do that as one of the prizes for the love along knit along.
Oh, I think that's a great idea. Now, so we have a chatter thread and we have an FO thread. So I'm going to be probably we're going to announce the winners. I'm going to pull from the chatter thread for one, and I'm going to pull for the FO thread for the other,
Okay.
and we'll announce the winners on our podiversary in 2 weeks when I'm out there to
Okay.
see you. Okay, so
Okay.
we'll make sure that we um where did I find that? Hold on just a minute, because another one that I was gifted. Wait a minute. Did you get an email from
Janine?
Janie Janine McCarty? That's the one I'm looking for.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So
The
when I tried to
Hephzibah
open it,
shawl.
well, I didn't even know what it was. I just got it this morning. Oh, yes, it says. But I can't. Do you know what the picture looks like?
It's a one color worsted weight shawl that
I want to
has, I
open
think
it.
it's a triangular shawl. Um,
Yeah.
it takes about 460 yards of worsted weight yarn, and in her little description, she says you can change the colors because they're done in sections. Like she has a section
You
that's
know
kind of
I
an
would.
open lace, and another section
Yes.
that's a little bit more textured, and it's really pretty. It's a worsted weight shawl. There's not that many worsted weight shawls out there, so thank you,
If you live in,
Janine, for
it's
sending
always
that
nice
to
to have
us.
something like that because there's not everybody lives in sunny Georgia. Some live in
Right,
Siberia. And when you live in Siberia or northern Canada,
right.
you probably think fingering weight shawl, that's a lightweight. They need worsted weight,
Worsted,
heavyweight
yeah.
stuff. Yep.
So do you want to do just a random
Okay,
thread, or do you
so
want to do
let's do
that?
this for, we'll put the cozy knitter because it's a Be My Valentine sock, and that kind of goes with the love along.
Okay.
Let's do these next three, this one and these next two we're going to talk about. Let's open one thread and maybe have the question, what's your favorite thing to knit? And we'll pick three winners from that one thread.
But then my concern is if people really want the specific thing and they like that specific thing, then they can sign up to win that specific thing. If you lump them together, maybe you get a person that knits shawls that wins the sock pattern.
Okay.
That's what
All
I.
right, so we'll have three different threads because we
No, well,
have
listen,
two shawls and one socks.
let's do.
I love how we hash all these things out on the
Ahead of
air.
time.
Which,
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I think we should do. I don't know that we want to wait so long and do the shawl
no,
with
we
our
need to
next
we need to
mystery.
we need to put up we need to put
Okay.
out these gifted items
Okay.
in three
We'll
different
three
threads. We'll
different
do it,
threads.
and when I come to do the podiversary, we'll pull the winners for all of this.
Okay. So one
So
of
you got
them
2 weeks.
is going to be Janine.
That's right.
Her Ravelry
Will
name
you
is Yarn and You Girl, EWE. Yarn
hold
and You
on?
Girl.
Tell me the name of the pattern.
HEPHZIBAH. Hefzibah. Hefzibah. Yes.
Sorry.
That's okay.
So
Okay.
go check out what that looks like. If you don't like it,
Don't
well,
sign
then
up.
just don't sign up.
Well, there
And
may be
don't
people out
sign
there
up if
that
we can't get on.
aren't
Oh,
interested,
yeah,
live in a warm place and they don't
that's
need a
right.
worsted weight shawl. So that's was my only concern.
That's like, yeah, I mean, not everybody thinks the things that they see are like cool or not. Okay, so speaking of cool, let's talk about Boston Jen. How cool is she? Right?
Did you read about that pattern?
I saw how beautiful. It's called the World of Difference shawl.
Yes. And do you
So
know
if you make it, you will make
a
a world of
world of
difference.
difference? Right. Because
Where? I don't know, but you will.
well
It's a
she
guarantee, or you get your money back. Here's your
she
$5 back from your pattern if you don't think you
she
made a world of difference.
she was
I'm only kidding.
she was inspired by. I think this is cool because there's a bridge in Boston that's a suspension bridge, and the bridge was named after a civil rights activist, and that's what she was
Wow.
inspired by with this design. It's a fingering weight shawl that has between 950 and 1100 yards. It's knit from side to side, so you start at the skinny triangle, and
She
then
does I
she
she
does that a
does
lot. She
strange things
likes that.
because that was the
Yeah.
one test knit you did for her, right?
Right. But this one I
Was sort of
think
the
it
same.
it must have short rows because there's stripes and there's triangles and the colors that she used were really bold and it's a really cool shawl. So that's called The World of Difference. I think it's written
I'm
for
going to be putting my secretary's putting all this up in just 1 minute.
okay. It's for five it's a 5 color shawl pattern. So I
Wow.
think on her cover page she shows how many yards of each color
Yards
you
you need
need.
for
So
each.
you can kind of
What
use
a
it as a
great
step.
stash buster. Yes.
Yeah. So
Okay, so as of this moment, have you seen anything moving right along? Sorry for moving you right along. Have you seen anything about Little Nugget coming? Has Little
I have
Nugget came yet?
not. She was
Nina,
going
we're
out
all
for
waiting for
brunch.
Little Nugget.
She was going out for brunch today with her friends in New York City, walking
And
around
that's
New York
exactly,
City.
that's when her water will break. Perfect timing when
Well,
you're ready.
it's fine. The walking I think will do her good. Did you see one of her
Yeah,
posts? She's
okay.
like, "Thank you for all the advice on how to get a baby to come." She's like, "But
Don't everybody gets
don't
that
tell me."
advice, and you try it all, even
No.
if it breaks your back, even if you
She
hate your
no.
husband and you're like, we're never having it again, even though they say it brings it along, we're not doing it ever again, at least
No.
for 6 months. That
She
doesn't help. Just telling you.
Well, don't drink castor oil because that's what my sister
That
did, and she
works.
was up all night,
I didn't
throwing
have a
up
lot of
and
sleep.
pooping all night.
I wasn't thrown up, I was pooping. I didn't poop on the table, so there you go. It broke my water, so there you go. But then I did it 2 weeks before my due date because I couldn't wait.
Two
And my
weeks
husband at
before
that
your
time,
due date?
Yeah, he was supposed to be born June 14th. He was born June
Amy,
1st. And so they had to pull him out head first with a vacuum. So if you use castor oil, use
wait
it.
till you're past your due date.
Be at least 1 or 2 centimeters dilated.
How
Don't
much
do it
did you
like me.
drink? That's disgusting.
3 tablespoons. And I wondered why they sell it in like this little tiny bottle. I'm like, why do they only sell it? Well, you only need half a teaspoon to get yourself ready for a colonoscopy. You don't need 3 tablespoons. Yeah, leave it to me. Okay, we're going to move along since we've already now in the toilet. Okay, speaking of nuggets, see, I had to say the word nugget, and that, sorry, Mina, sorry, kind of went out off onto a tangent. Okay, we've got her New York sock collection, and
I'm so excited for this. I'm so
she's
excited for
got
this.
two knit-alongs, which is really, really fabulous. She has a monthly knit-along,
Yes.
or you can join the 7-month knit-along. So I'm assuming there's 7
Yes.
patterns in this New York sock collection.
March through September.
How smart is that? So she was thinking, if I'm going to be out of the whole social media with Nugget for at least 6 months, I've got enough going on to keep people busy so they leave me alone so I can be a mother. That was smart of her,
Very
really. So
smart of
people are,
her. Yeah,
yeah.
she's managing her
Okay,
time
so
very well.
these are the three, and I don't even
I'll
know what I'm
just,
writing on.
what
Probably
are you
something.
writing on?
I'm writing on something I'm sure that's very important, but you know, can you see all of that, Debbie?
Uh, Pull it back a little bit more. Okay, very good.
Mm, a periscoping. Okay, so those we're going to have 3 different
Threads.
threads. If you would like to win the Cozy Knitter Be My Valentine socks, we're going to pull that from either the chatter or the FO thread for Love Along.
Right. Are we ready to talk about some knitting?
Is this a knitting podcast? I thought we were just talking about stuff. Oh, you know what? Christy made a very interesting analysis because she is kind of a psycho. I mean, like a psychotherapist person, right?
Yes, right.
Okay, Chrissy Yarn Cafe Creations. Did you see her latest? Maybe you didn't.
No.
Anyway, she said people that podcast alone talk to the audience. People that have a dual, like her and her daughter, they talk to each other, but they talk to the audience.
Yes.
People that do split screen don't talk to the audience at all. They talk to each other like Sue and Chelsea and me and you. And I thought to myself, does it feel like to people like we're excluding them and we're just having this private conversation? Because if we were truly having a private conversation, I wouldn't be wearing this thing that hurts my head. Seriously. But the thing
Get a
about people
clip
that do,
on. Take some of that money from all those
okay,
patterns you're
oh
selling.
yeah, I'll buy a
Buy
clip on.
yourself a clip on microphone. What do you live
Okay,
in
so
Zimbabwe to Timbuktu somewhere?
no, we don't live in Timbuktu, as mother says. Just go out and buy it.
Yes.
Okay. So, but I think because we do split screen, when we're not there with each other, we don't talk to each other face to face except when we podcast. So it's easy to forget we have other people watching.
Hi everybody.
Hi. Thank you for watching. Okay, moving right along. Sorry.
Thank you for that
I
analysis, Miss Christie.
I thought that was very interesting.
Very interesting. What do you think, audience? What do you think about that? We
Does
need
it
to make
make you
sure we
feel?
include them and we ask them questions because
Yes, we don't want to exclude them, but they
I
don't
think they
answer
feel
when
like
we
they're
ask.
hanging out with us. I think they feel like they're
Okay,
just
all right.
hanging in the room with us, and we're at least that's what I hope you guys feel like.
Yeah, I hope they feel like they're hanging out,
I know
having a
that's the way
comfortable
Aunt
time.
Jan and Aunt Karen and Mom and Dad feel like. They feel like we're just
I
hanging in
wonder
their
how
living
many
room.
people I wonder how many people out there are watching naked.
Do we have to go there?
Okay, we don't have to go there. Okay, so let's
Okay.
show something. What do you want to show? Finished objects? Because
I'm
do
going
you
to
have
show
any
my find
whips?
your fade because that was the one thing that
Let's
I
do
knit on
that
and knit on and knit on and finished pretty quickly after our last podcast because I was
podcast.
determined to get it off the needles because I'm in a very finishing mood right now. I haven't cast anything on new
I
in the
know, me
last
too.
3 weeks. I've been, yes, you have. Don't be a
But I
liar.
finished it.
Yeah, but you cast on something new since the last 2 weeks. You haven't
Yeah, but
knit
I
any
finished that too.
because all your projects are really small. You didn't do the find your fade, so I don't want to hear about it. Can you
I was
please?
trying to
Okay,
think.
everybody, please speak up and tell her to please be quiet. Did you hear that?
That's why I'm being quiet. You can't be kind, be quiet. I'm doing my be quiet now.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I wanted to get this done because it was a very big project and I was enjoying it. I was getting so close to the end. And as remember last time I was a little bit nervous as to how it was going to
Hmm.
end up with my 6 colors instead of 7. And
And it'd be wonky.
I could, oh yeah, I was going to come down to the end and I was going to have that much room for my last color or something. I was like, oh no.
It's like
When I got close, I counted like how many more stitches I had to work with and how
you
many
did all
more
that
rows that
math.
would be. And it worked out perfectly. I couldn't believe
You
it.
should put up all that in your projects page on Ravelry in case somebody else doesn't want to do 100 colors. They only want to do 3. I mean, instead of 7, they want to do 5.
I did 6 and I could tell you how to do 6, but I can't tell you how to do 5 or 4 or 3 because I didn't do
Okay,
mine
well,
that way.
6. I mean, somebody else might want to do that and say, hey, I know Debbie put up some numbers because she's an engineer,
Okay,
and
so
I'm going to
this is
be
for
quiet
Aunt
right now.
Jan. This is for Aunt Jan. Okay, you're going to be
Okay.
quiet. Okay.
Yes, because Aunt Jan is knitting this for a friend. Can you believe that? I want a friend like Aunt Jan.
I know, me too.
Phew. Is that it?
That's
No, I'm
it.
kidding. Oh my gosh, Debbie. Wow.
That's the tip of it.
That is so pretty. Oh, you did have a little bit on the end. Oh,
See my last little bit of my dark
yes.
color? I
Yes.
was able to stripe it in
Yep.
and then I
Are
was
you
able to
supposed
get all
are
the
you
way up.
supposed to do a lace?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't
That
know.
color
I
isn't
guess I
supposed.
didn't really read the pattern. I don't think the pattern, the last color has the lace. Once I
Oh,
got to know what was going on, you don't really need the
yeah.
pattern anymore.
Okay, gotcha.
So my favorite colors are these two, the purple and
Mm-hmm.
this is Woolen Vine. That's the skein, the two skeins. I actually have two skeins. I have a lot left of this one, and then I have a full skein. It was a one of a kind. It
Oh
was
yeah, that was
her
when we got
first
it
attempt at her
India
Halloween
Entangle.
color. Yeah. So I love that. Okay, so what I did,
So Nanny Nanny Poo Poo, nobody can get that colorway. That wasn't very
I'm
nice. You're the only
sorry,
one that has that?
I'm the only one in the world that has that color. Isn't it
Wow.
gorgeous?
It is beautiful.
So
Mm-mm-mm.
when I wear this and I have it all wrapped around me, it's just so beautiful with all the
Gosh, look
colors.
how far it goes around. Can you imagine if you did all the colors?
I know, and it's really huge if you do all the colors. So anyway, Aunt Jan, this is what I did. When I got to my color 3, which in my shawl was the brown, there's a point at which you turn the point. You're increasing, and then you do something different, and then you're not increasing anymore. And this part of the center spine of the shawl starts to move closer and closer and closer to the edge. You see how that is?
Yes, I'm answering for her.
Okay, so when I was halfway through the lace of my third color, that's when I did that changing, the thing that you do that's different. It's a paid for pattern, so I don't really want to tell you how to do it, but
You just completely
that's
ruined it, and that
that's
designer
the
will be calling
timing
you.
of where I changed. And so the only two modifications I
That's
did
good.
is I didn't do the double yarn over in the lace. I did a single yarn over because I didn't want it to be really huge. I wanted it to be a regular size, medium size shawl. So that's
Okay.
what that looks like when you do the regular yarn over instead of the bigger double yarn over. Can you see that?
It's better when you take your hand away. Yes, that's better.
And then I did the turn for the point halfway through my color 3. And that's it. I love
What
how
if
it
you
turned
turn the
out.
point halfway through color 2? It would be even smaller a shawl.
Smaller. Well, yeah, you wouldn't want to do that because color 2 is pretty small. It's
Oh,
you don't have enough stitches on the needles yet.
gotcha. So
I think I
pretty.
could have turned a little bit maybe at the end of the lace and I would have had a little bit
Oh,
more of my brown at the end. I would have had a little bit thicker section
would you
here,
have,
the
is that
last
what you would
color.
have changed?
Yeah, maybe,
Had you done it
but I
again?
I mean it's big enough. It's way big enough.
Oh yeah, because if you didn't do that, it would have been bigger.
I mean that's how much I have left of the chocolate brown. And I have this much left of.
You probably could do, I mean, I don't know that you would want to do a whole nother one. Just change up the colors or whatever. Yeah, look how much.
So when I weighed it, it was 245 grams.
245.
So
Okay.
2.5 skeins worth. It's a
Right.
pretty good size shawl.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry.
Just put that anywhere. Nobody cares.
it
Crash, bam,
it
boom.
just landed on my sock blockers. So that's my big finished object
You
for
got
this.
it done. I
Yeah.
was trying to think, Debbie, what was the last project that somebody else designed that I finished from start to end? I can't say that about the Rhinebeck sweater because it turned into the Nanabeck sweater. I think it's either the Cladonia.
Are you serious? That was
No,
forever
maybe
ago.
not. Maybe it was my three-color cashmere shawl, which I
Wow.
modified anyway. But I did it from somebody else's pattern, even though I modified it and finished it completely. Maybe my three-color cashmere shawl.
You just like
That
to
was
make up
like
your own
last
stuff.
summer. That was almost a year ago. I know, I can't. There's something wrong with me. And Tristan is the same way. Poor Tristan. She's tried now a second time. She knit my entire oive wrap and it turned into a poncho. She did something wrong on the increases and it ended up wrapping around Christy's waist twice. It was like this wonky, fun. I mean, it looked like something that came out of Cuba. No lie. I mean, it was, she used rail car and brown and gold and it,
Oh.
so she ripped it all out, all of it,
That
started it
whole
over again,
entire
the
thing?
whole entire thing. I mean, what are you going to wear it as a skirt, mini skirt, or
She could just
poncho?
wrap
You
it a
stick
bunch
your
around and
head.
make it a
Oh, she
cowl.
was just no.
Tristan, I
So
can't
she
believe you
pulled it
picked
all out.
a.
So then she started it again. She's like, "Okay, Amy's be so proud. She's showing on her podcast, and her mom's looking at it because Christy's knit it." And she went, "Something. I don't know, Tristan. Something's not." Tristan's like, "What?" It's much more long and skinny, which actually I really love more than what my pattern was.
Yeah.
And she's just like, "Oh my God, you're kidding me. You mean I did something wrong again?" Now she's like, now she's decreasing on one side too much instead of the other.
Just keep going.
That's what I told her. I said, "Keep going. Do not rip it out. I want it completely finished by the time I come see you."
She needs to write down
Because
what she's doing so we can
that's
use
what I'm
that for our next
saying.
design.
Well, that's what I told her. I said, "Keep it." And really, she needs to modify it even more. And there,
Make it.
voila, there she has
Yeah.
her own wrap. She's got her own
Yes.
wrap design. Oh my God, poor thing. She's like, "This is the problem with me. This is why I can't read a pattern." Most designers probably are like me. Either don't like to read a pattern, hate reading patterns, can't figure out how to read patterns, modifying when they
And yet
thought they were
you can
following the pattern.
that you can write down your own pattern. You have no
Well,
trouble.
right, you just have to write it down.
Okay,
Okay,
you show
so
something now.
okay, so I finished, and I know everybody's getting sick of these because I finally got, did I show these last time? My From Sea to Sky socks
I can't remember. I think you did, but they're beautiful. Show
that I
them
was
again.
finished. I
I don't
think I
think you
was
were.
almost,
I think
I
yeah,
finally got them done.
they are
From
so
Sea to
cute.
Sky. And
That's
I promise when
Berenbula.
this is, yes, Coral Reef, Baronvula, and this is just a mini, I think it's a unicorn tail. Use my 9-inch circs. And I promised myself that I would have the pattern up on Ravelry available by the time I come out to California.
Okay.
So now that these are done, I can take pictures, put them on the pattern. So I will probably announce at the Podiversary that they're actually available now. So
Okay.
Sea to Sky socks, those are finished.
Very pretty.
Finito.
Very pretty.
That's all I have.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
You're not going to show your other sock?
No, it's we're going to try to do this a different way. We're going to try to do this as kind of a at the
When it's
end when
ready.
everything's organized. Yes, I've
Okay.
got a collaboration organized, but
Okay, so
so
I have
we're not going to talk
two
about it right now.
I have two more things to show.
Okay.
So I put my first crochet granny stripe baby blanket up on Instagram, and I said in the
You finished
post
it, right?
I said in the post, I don't feel like putting a border on this. Does it look okay without a border? And
Yeah.
98% of the people said, it looks fabulous. You don't need a border. Everybody was so sweet and
Yes, but
supportive.
all the people that didn't comment were being quiet because they
Quiet.
couldn't
I
be
know.
kind. So think
So
about that.
I was just like, I finished it. It was done. And I was just
It's
like,
so
okay,
pretty,
I'm over
Debbie.
it. I'm done. But then like
You saw
yesterday,
Sue? Did you see
no, I did
Sue's?
see Sue's, but that's not what
Oh,
made me think I needed to put a
I
border on.
love that.
I
Okay,
think I just felt like it would clean up the edges. It would make it more clean. So last night I put a border on it.
you did.
I
So
did.
you didn't listen to any of the people that took the time
I
to
listened to
reply
the 2 or 3 people that said
that said
borders
put a
make it
border?
look so nice.
There
See,
you
so I did
go.
listen to you 2 or 3 people that said
Okay,
borders make it look so
but it's a
nice.
yes or no 50-50, and I
I
don't think
know, it
people
doesn't
would
really
be.
matter. So this is
Okay.
my blankie. I put a very
Oh, it's a pretty
simple little
scallop.
scalloped edge. Just
How
very,
did you know how to do that?
because I've crocheted a little bit in my past life.
Did you remember that or did you look it up and have to YouTube it?
No, I just made it up as I went along.
Debbie, maybe you should be writing crochet patterns. Oh
No, it
my
was a simple
gosh,
scallop.
Debbie. It's so, well, a simple scallop for somebody who doesn't really crochet much. I did crochet a vest. I
Did
did
you?
that completely myself. Yes, when we were out on the way to the ranch, I was crocheting that really cool vest, remember? I'll have to wear it next time maybe. Oh, Debbie,
Can you see
how
the edging?
sweet. Yes. I guess you stick it in that hole many times. Okay, moving right along. That didn't sound very good, did it?
So what I did, I mean, it's not a secret. I just did a half double crochet all the way around as the first little border.
Oh, so you have to go all the
I
way
went all the
around
way
first.
around for the half double
Okay.
crochet. And then I just did 6 double crochets in one stitch. Then I skipped 2. Then I did just a pull it through and pull it through like a little slip stitch, tack it down. And
Yeah,
then I did skip 2 stitches. And then in the third stitch, do 6 double crochets. Then skip 2 stitches and tack it down. Skip 2 stitches, 6 double crochet. It
perfect
was,
sense for me.
I know it doesn't make any sense, but for you crocheters
Okay,
out there, that
they
makes sense.
understand that. And they're probably laughing at you because it's not really what it is, but it's described fairly well, I think.
Yes.
So,
So
Debbie,
that's my
that was not that,
blankie.
isn't that, wasn't that one that you were originally going to gift to a new baby
Yes,
boy coming?
it is. I'm still going to gift
Still
it.
going to gift it?
Yeah. It's pretty small. It's about the size for like a stroller blanket.
Yeah.
You know, it's a newborn blanket that can turn into a little whoopee.
And if they throw up on it, they can wash it.
Yes, I think I might tell her to send it through the very gentle cycle just because it's got the magic knots. I
Oh,
almost would rather she just hand wash it.
yeah.
So I like
No
it.
mother was going to do that. They'll just let it crust over and dry, and it'll just, you won't even know it's on there. Except
I
for the
should
chunks
weigh
of carrots
this.
that might stick to it.
Let me weigh this and see how many grams it is, just because I'm
Okay.
curious. Because I weighed my other one. It's not very big.
How do you read your scale when it's so big and
It's about 370 grams.
wow, that's quite
So,
a bit.
yeah. I have something
Yay.
else to show.
What?
See, because what I've been doing after my stressful days is I come home and I basically, like 2 nights this past
Get
week, I
drunk?
was good. No, I don't get drunk.
Oh,
2 nights this past week, I was good. I did the elliptical for 30, 40 minutes. So that was good. Getting
great.
some kind of exercise. But most nights I just come home and get changed,
Veg.
unwind, hang out with the kids, and then I sit in the chair and I knit or crochet for 2.5 hours before I go to bed. So I've got quite a bit of knitting time done. I didn't have much brain power to do anything more than finish my fade and work on some crochet. But I've
That's
gotten
okay.
really far on my 25 skeins of Christmas blanket,
Yay.
my fadey one.
Somebody asked me the other day in sent me a Ravelry message and said, "Do you remember the sequence of Debbie's that you guys figured out?" I said, "I did not write them down. Maybe Debbie did."
I
So,
think I did write them down and I sent them to somebody on a direct message over
okay.
Instagram.
Okay.
So I could try and find it. I'll try and remember to put it on my project page because you know what I'm doing this year is I'm doing project pages
That's good. I'm not.
for all of my, and I'm also using a hashtag. You know what I'm using as a hashtag?
No.
Debbie S. Reese 2017 FO. So when I have
How smart are you?
all my finished objects, I can just look that up and I can see all the things I did for the whole year. Nobody else use that hashtag because it's not, you're not me.
I'm using it now. I'm
your
only kidding.
own.
I'm not.
You're going to use your own.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. You can go back and edit your posts, right? And put the
Yes,
hashtag
you can
in.
add your hashtag in there if you want.
That's a great idea,
Thank
Debbie.
you.
Sometimes you have some really great
Y'all
ideas.
can use that with your own Instagram name if you'd like.
That's a good idea.
Okay, you ready to see this? It's getting
Okay,
really
yes, let's see
long.
it.
I think,
Long.
I think
Oh,
my math maybe might not have been right for this
your
one.
math was not perfect this
We're
time?
gonna have a look at skinny little blanket.
I
It's
thought you
not too
figured it out.
skinny. I mean, it's this wide. So it's just wider. It's wide enough to lay over one person because I was gonna make this a baby blanket,
Yeah.
but now it's a really long baby blanket. It's a lot longer than I thought it would be. But anyway, here,
So
I'll
it's
go through the
wider.
colors.
It's wide enough for two people.
No, one
Just a
person.
shoulder to shoulder though.
No. If you wanted to drape over your body, it's just wide enough for
Okay.
one person to
Okay,
drape. It's
gotcha.
like a lap. It's really like a lap blanket
Okay.
for one
Unless your
person sitting
legs
in the chair.
are huge.
I can pull it up.
Okay.
Okay, so here's
Gotcha.
the colors.
Ooh. Wow. So pretty. Oh my gosh. Still going, going, going. Keep on going. Oh my gosh, Debbie. How long is it? How many inches is it?
I don't know. Well, here, let me stand up. It comes, if it's on my feet, it
It comes to
comes
your
to
breasticles.
just underneath my breasticles right now. But
Wow.
I have,
How many more do you have left?
I was just going to look. So I just started this purpley one, and I
Yeah.
have that much left. I have three left. So this one, and then two more.
What
So
if,
it'll probably be up to here.
okay, you know how far each one goes, couple inches, few inches.
Yeah.
That'll be okay.
So it'd be like a
And that
single
is
person.
not that does, and that's not a gifted thing item.
Not yet. It's not.
I think that's something you need to keep.
Maybe put
I
it on the
think.
back of my knitting chair and put it over me
Yes.
when I get cold.
Yeah.
So I love all these
I
blues and
love it.
greens. Isn't that
Did a pretty
pretty?
good job picking, put them.
It's hard when they're just a tiny little nugget of color.
Yeah.
I only switched one. I switched these two. Like originally, this green was here and the yellow was
Right.
here, and I think I
I
swapped
like
them.
them. I like it that. I like it like that.
Yeah.
Because it's got some of that pink. That yellow does have some of that pink in it, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. It
Next to
has
it.
some of the red.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, looks good. Very nice, Deb.
Thank you. So do you have any I'm trying to think back to our normal episodes of what the little segments we used to do. Do you have any stash
Life is short.
enhancement or life is
Skeins in the
short
closet.
stains in the closet?
Okay, let me tell you a little life is short. This happened this week. Okay, first of
Okay,
all,
you're not just telling me, remember, you're telling all y'all out
okay,
there.
everybody, y'all listen up.
Y'all
Put your
listen
tea down.
up.
Pay attention. There's going to be a test at the end. Okay, so if you watch my Instagram, the little lady that I am seeing that I knit the chemo cap for out of Christie's yarn, the purple
Yeah.
little hat, I
Hmm.
gifted her my Arnie and Carlos purple vanilla
Yes.
socks, the only vanilla socks I've ever knit. She I thought she was going to cry her eyes out. You thought I'd
Oh,
given her a gift of life, which I wish I could. But
yeah.
she's getting ready to undergo a few week long stem cell transplant issue. It has to go down to stay at Emory. And so now
Oh.
she's got these fabulous little socks on her feet. Okay, so I had another lady who's much older, like 85, 86. She always says something about I have on. She said, "Did you
Oh.
knit that?" I said, "Yes, I knit that." "Did you knit that?" "Actually, my sister knit this." You know, my blue one,
Yeah.
my drop stitch one that I
Yeah, yeah.
and then the other one I wore my cashmere three-color cashmere shawl,
Yeah. Yeah.
and she said, "Oh my God, that's beautiful." And where did I put the other? Oh, I must not have brought it back in here. I put it. Oh no, here it is. So the next day, I got really smart. I was going to see her. I already had my nymphadelia in the car because I was going to gift her what I was wearing because I'm sure she was going to say, "Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful." I was going to take it off and say, "You talk about my wraps all the time.
Yeah.
I want to give this to you." And this is I knit this well before I really understood what weights of yarn and how long it goes and how far it goes. And of course, I modified the pattern by even back then when I didn't know crap about yarn and knitting, I'm still modifying patterns. And I don't even know the name. Maybe it's called My Favorite Scarf Ever or something. Every so many rounds, I
Oh,
held
yes, I remember this one.
mohair.
Yeah.
Remember? So it's like, so I had this wrapped around and like tied. It was so beautiful. It was like really nice. And I had it kind of tied under like this. And I had these beautiful, I had these beautiful olive pants on and all this. So I went in and I noticed she was looking at it. And I was there for a little while before she even said anything. She said, "Did you knit that scarf?" And I said, "I actually did." You know what she said?
I don't
"Well,
like
that's
that one.
nice, but it's not as cheerful as the last one you had on." She said it to me several times because she has said to me before, if you
That's
ever,
not
because
her
I,
color.
apparently not. So
Now you know.
I wore it and kept it on and went back to the car and wore it the rest of the day and said, "This old lady ain't getting a gift from me." No, I'm only kidding. It obviously wasn't this because this was not her jam, as Tracy
Yeah,
says. This
yeah.
was not her jam. It
Ah,
was so kind of hilarious. It was really cute. So I don't know what I'm going to do with her. I don't know what I'm going to, because she even said, I said, people have asked, to buy my things and it's just, I'd rather gift something. She
yeah.
says, well, if you ever change your mind and decide to sell something, let me know.
You
And
should give her
she was just so
Cladonia. If you
sweet.
never wear Cladonia, it's too short for you
Yeah,
and
but
it's too
Myrtle loves Cladonia.
But
I
you
might.
can
I
change what
mean, you
Myrtle
can't keep
wears.
things, you guys, you can't keep things forever. I mean,
Yeah.
really, can you? I mean, can you wear all of it? I mean, this is all the knitted stuff that I have done like last year. Like, when am I going to wear all that?
Give her one of
Seriously?
those cowls, your
Yeah,
flower
my
box
Wendy flower
cowl.
box, I can do that, but I'll wear it one day and she'll say, "Boy, that's nothing like the bright." I tell you what, she's all into Connie's neon colors. She
There you
loved that.
go.
She loved that thing. So anyway, so there's some Life is Short. Oh, a little bit more about Life is Short. We had two major events that happened in my family this week. Two major events. My younger son got his driver's license. Help us all, God. He's my son who has broken his thumb 2 or 3 times, has had a concussion, has broke his foot. He's
I'm gonna
sort of
call
my
him
klutzy
Lehigh Murphy Pate.
Lehigh. Oh,
Not Lehigh.
Levi.
Levi
Levi.
Murphy Pate.
Yeah, that's my Levi. So now he is behind the wheel of a weapon called a truck.
Yeah.
So let's hope that everything goes well. The second thing that I got a call last night from my older son, he thought he was being funny. He says, "Mom," he says, "I've got some bad news." And I said, "What?" And I'm thinking the first thing I thought of, he got in a car wreck.
Oh no.
He says, "I can't ever catch a break. I try to get everything done. I try to pay everything I need to pay. I got this email that says there was unforeseen fees at the start of the semester that I have to pay." He says, "But then I got down to the bottom of the email and they said all of this email is a bunch of crap. Guess what? You've been accepted as a recipient of the Georgia Military Scholarship," which
Did they
means
really do that in that
I don't think
email?
so. I think he was
Oh.
just trying to be funny, which I'm going to have them all for dinner tonight, and he will be the first one to get a spanking on his bare ass because I am the mother. But what that means is that all of his tuition and everything he needs to get through school these next 4 years is completely paid for. It's like a $70,000
Did they pay
scholarship.
for housing and meal plans and
Everything.
everything? Oh my
Everything. They're
gosh, Amy,
actually
that
even going
is
to back
amazing.
pay this semester that he's already paid for. They're going to back pay him for it. Yep.
Wow.
So I was very, very
Congratulations. That
proud.
is
I was
so
very proud.
amazing, Amy.
So yay,
He's
Jared,
going to
yay,
graduate
Levi.
with no debt or anything and just be able to
Hmm.
start his life.
Yep.
Wow.
So we're gonna go out to dinner, and It's gonna be
I wish I
fun.
could be there. Would you
I
call
know. I'll
me?
take
You
some.
need to
I'll
call
I'll call you.
me.
Okay, and you can
I
say
want to
hello to the
talk to
boys and
them.
congratulate them.
Yes. My
Okay,
gosh, that's so
we'll do that.
awesome.
Yep. Okay, so do you have any skeins in the closet? Oh, wait a
I
minute. Time out. You don't. Have you been gifted any skeins? Is the challenge still going
The
well?
challenge is still going well. My little edging around my blankie, I was able to pull from some of my blue
Well,
stash
very
up
good.
there. And
Nice.
I didn't buy any more yarn, but I did splurge and buy myself something. Do you remember what it was?
Yes.
I got myself some signature sock needles. I
You
haven't
must
even
think you're
used them
very
yet.
important.
I haven't even used them yet. They're
Why not?
still
Don't you have
in
anything to,
here.
to cast on?
Well, I'm trying to finish all these things. Look at the little warning, of course. Be
I know.
careful, they're
You can impale
pointy.
yourself. Be
That's so
careful, they're
cute.
pointy. Don't
They're
let your children
pointy.
play with them.
But look how pretty they are.
Is that what kind of tip is it called?
Stiletto tip.
Stiletto tip.
Can you see them against my black shirt?
Are they as fun as stilettos?
I don't know. I haven't used them yet. I've kept
Oh,
them
I
in
thought you
that
were going to say
box.
I don't have stilettos, so I don't know, but you said
Oh,
I haven't used them yet.
I don't have
Oh, we know what's in
stilettos.
Debbie's closet.
I don't have stilettos, but I've
Okay.
decided to get the US one 2.25 millimeter 40-inch cord because I like to do my socks two at a time.
Yep.
I
5-inch
think
needle, 6-inch needle. What
I
was it?
got the
5-inch
five
needle?
inch. I got the 5 inch because I've with the chow goo. You know how you can get the chow goo
Yep.
needles that are the little screw on
Shorty.
kind. I've tried the four
Yep.
inch and the 5 inch, and I like the 5 inch a little better. 6 inch, I
Because your
think
two
that's
at a
too
time are
long.
right there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's long enough to get your. So I told myself when I finish these socks, which are I'm almost done. Not
Speckled eggs. Speckled dragon eggs. Oh, crap. So they're not the speckled dragon eggs, which you're supposed to be working on. Your fairy light socks.
yes, my fairy light socks. It was
Oh,
my
you are
Christmas Eve
almost
text
done.
one.
You're almost
I
to the.
know. Look, I got. Let me use my.
Oh, you did top down, Debbie, didn't you? So you're
I
almost ready to close the toe.
well, dang it.
That's awfully loud.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I do sincerely apologize to all of you out there in the interwebs. I'm not very prepared. I'm sorry. I'm going to put this on here so you can see.
Don't lose any stitches.
I won't. Look at how pretty.
Oh, and that's Herb Splat Regina's cupcake colorway, isn't it?
Yes, vanilla cupcake.
Vanilla cupcake. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty, Debbie.
I
That
love
colorway
this
is to die
yarn.
for.
Isn't it gorgeous? Look.
Yes.
So I have that much more. I probably have
What's
about
taking you so long?
knitting
Why
on
don't you switch? Why don't you switch them over to your new needles?
because these are 2.5 millimeter, I think.
Oh, so you can't
I
unless you have it
can't.
top of your sock, toe of your sock that's squeezing your toes.
Well,
It's not that much difference. Is it a 1.5 versus a 1 US?
no, I'm going to keep finishing these. I'm going to keep finishing these. I don't want to cast on any new socks because I have my speckled dragon egg socks. I have these socks. I have Connie's, my driftwood Connie's bright socks, and
Right?
I have my two at a time afterthought everything socks on my elliptical. I've got a lot done on those. I've got like
Have
that much
you?
done on those. And you know what I decided? I decided because I want the stripes to all go the same direction. I'm going to knit a cuff on the top and I'm going to knit a toe on the end. And then when I split in the middle, I'll put a toe on the one and a cuff on the other, and then they'll be matching.
Yes, they will. Shut up. I look like you look like a little cartoon guy with little gears. Tick, 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 tick. Then the light bulb, boop, and then the steam coming out of the ears. At my expense. Thank you
Oh,
very much.
sorry.
Okay, so that would be. Now, did you do the all the same color, right? You didn't do contrasting heels, cuffs,
On the
toes. I mean, you haven't done
afterthought
heels yet.
everything?
Yes.
I did a
All just one.
contrasting cuff.
So you're going to do and then you use the contrast toe at the end.
Yes, and then
And
I'm
you
going to
split them in
cut
half, then you
in.
contrast the heel. I mean the cuff, and then you got to do the heels.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think that's a great idea. You do it first and let me know how you like it.
Okay.
Because that would mean I could use my 9-inch circs the whole way, but I would have to probably do vanilla again.
Why?
How do you steek if you're doing a pattern?
Well, I guess you could do pattern, and then you could do a segment where you did vanilla on the back side, and then you would only have to do it. Well, you would then do it for the segment for the foot, and then you know what I mean? You would just have to know how long you want your cuff to be, and then beyond that, you would do a segment where it was half pattern, half vanilla.
Yeah.
And then the last segment would be all pattern. And then when you cut them in the middle, both feet would be together.
Get it done so you can be part of the steeking stuff. So I want to see you cut.
Okay.
Because I kind of have to see it in order to.
You just pick up stitches on the top and pick up stitches on the bottom, and you snip it in the middle, and then you pick it out. You don't cut across. You don't cut across.
I know I know that much. Oh my God, that'd be terrible.
You do that.
We're gonna steek our Fair Isle cardigan. So take your big sharp scissors and just cut somewhere in the middle. I mean, it's obviously it's more than just
when you
cutting the yarn.
Yeah, when you steek, you do cut all the stitches. But when you do an insert of a heel, you just have to cut one, and then you just pull them out.
Then you have live stitches on the talk about that.
So anyway, my signatures, I'm really excited.
And they're
to try them.
Always, it seems like everyone I see is green. Are they different colors? Can you choose a color?
Sizes?
Or you can't choose a color?
They're by size. Oh. So all the green ones you've seen have been a US 1.
Oh.
A US 1.5 is probably a different color.
Oh.
And the US 6 is green again. If I want the purple and it's not the...
If I want the purple in size 2, they will make them for me.
No.
Well, good thing because I don't use magic loop except to close toes. So that's not worth buying signatures for just closing toes.
Right.
But if you do 2 at a time or magic loop, for sure, it's probably a really nice treat yourself. I do have one skein in the closet, and this is I better say this is a spoiler alert because this is the February colorway of the 3-month Harry Potter from Dragon Horde Yarn Tristan.
Yes.
So if you haven't gotten yours, which would be crazy, I would think you would, but you may be overseas or in Siberia and you haven't gotten it yet. So I'm not going to explain it and I'm not going to tell you the name of it. I'll show it. So if you don't want to see, close your eyes. Okay, ready? In 3, 2, 1, just kidding. Oh, well, kidding. Let's do it again. Okay.
Hey, me.
Psych. No, I'm really going to show it now. Okay, 3, 2, 1. I'm showing it.
Ooh, isn't that cool? Mm-hmm. Someone's knocking on my door.
It's the UPS guy.
No, it's my kids trying to get in the house and the garage door's not working.
Can you read that?
I can. Hang on a second.
Okay, so
hang on a second.
Go
I'm recording.
How else can they get in if you don't go down and open the door?
You keep talking. I'll be back.
I will. Okay, don't look. If you're still wondering, don't look. I'm going to take this skein apart so you can see. Oh, yeah. No, I'm not. Hold on a minute. Are there a pair of scissors nearby? Come in. Hang on just a minute. Hang on just a minute. We can hear you arguing, people.
Okay, we're not arguing.
Okay, hold on. Don't look. Don't look, people. Okay, I just wanted to show.
Sorry.
Okay.
No, you're not sorry.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, you're sorry. Hey, Lukey.
That's pretty.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah. Ooh, I can't wait to see what that looks like when you knit it up. It's going to be all speckly.
Shh.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, now everybody can look since Debbie completely ruined it. No, she dn't ruin it.
Put it aside. Put it aside so you don't get it in there.
What? Put
When you
this
go
line.
like this, it comes up into the screen.
I'll put it like, do it like this, Kay.
Okay.
Okay, that one's all put away. Everybody can look again.
What else you got?
That's all, I think. Hold on a minute. Debbie, honestly, I don't, and then people are probably yelling at me saying, Amy, remember you got this in the mail. And I don't think I've gotten anything in the last 2 weeks.
So, what is everybody knitting on? What does everybody want to knit? You
Are
should.
you waiting for them to answer you? Because I don't think you can hear them.
Well, they can put something in the comments. I'm trying to
Oh,
figure out
yes.
what I want to. Okay, so I'll tell you what I need to finish up next. So, my socks.
Okay.
I
Yes,
have to
because this
finish up.
hasn't been a long enough podcast as it is. Mother saying, please say goodbye. Okay, so
It's
you're going to finish
only
up your
been
socks.
it's only been an hour, and I think we're doing fine. I'm
Okay,
gonna
keep on
finish
then.
up my December Christmas Eve cast on socks.
Right?
I'm gonna finish my crochet 25 skeins of Christmas blanket,
Blanket.
and
Yes.
then I think I'm gonna pull out my Madewell sweater
Yes, because
because
you need to get that taken care of.
I do. I'm almost finished with the bottom. I need to do the final section of black. And then I
Mm-hmm.
think the reason why I'm kind of putting that off is because I'm a little nervous about how I'm going to do the yarn management with the arms, with the
Mom can help you
sleeves.
with that. Why is that hard? Oh, because you have this, can't you put them apart in two separate things
I
equally?
do. I have 2 skeins of the gray left and a third skein. So I have the 2 skeins that I alternated for the body, and then I have a third skein to alternate in with those. So the
That's
yarn
too much work.
management is not going to be easy. And if I'm
Yeah.
considering knitting the sleeves flat actually because of that. Instead of trying to knit them in the round and carry the yarn up and have it be all wonky underneath,
Uh,
I think I might just knit the sleeves back and forth so I can switch yarns, do 2 rows
uh,
at a time, and then
yeah.
just seam the sleeves
Hmm.
instead of knitting them in the round.
Well, I think you could do that.
Yeah,
But then you just have to sew up this. I mean, that's easy, right?
yeah, it's a quick mattress stitch. It's
Yeah.
just one seam on each side. So
Yeah.
I really want to get that done. And then I think maybe I should take some time in March or April and work on my Rhinebeck sweater.
Okay, let's talk about the Rhinebeck sweater.
I'm listening. What do you?
Yes, but mother is listening too, and that's what I'm worried about.
Is she going to yell
Okay,
at us? Do we need to
I
pick a
don't know.
different
Okay,
sweater for Rhinebeck?
because Debbie's whole flair for this box suite has gone down the crapper, it's kind of makes me feel like I'm not as excited. Although I've knit
You've
like
knit a lot of it.
35 of those diamonds of the 52 diamonds that you have to knit. And and it's not like mother gifted it to us, so it's nothing to her. It's
She
probably make
doesn't
her life
care.
easier if she's not having to mentor me through the whole thing, right?
Right.
I was wondering if anybody would be interested in buying. Like what I've already knit, it's already started and all the yarns are already separated and tagged. And is that a stupid idea?
No, it's a great idea. I would love to sell that thing.
It's like taking an old person out to pasture. It's like we're tired of dealing with you. So good luck out there.
It was quite an impulse buy, and it was really beautiful, but I don't know
Yeah.
how beautiful it's going to look on me. And knitting and this thing that we do, it's about a love. Like it shouldn't be
Yeah.
a burden
Yeah.
to knit it. Like you should really want to
And
enjoy it. And I don't think I'm
I think we doomed ourselves from the very beginning calling it the Rhinebeck sweater. I think you should knit the things you love. And if one just happens to be done in time to
around
go
the
to
time.
Rhinebeck,
Yes.
then you call that your Rhinebeck sweater. But I have a feeling like if I start a project and say, okay, I'm going to knit the Ecuador, which is one of Hohi's with mom, because mom's going to be knitting the Ecuador, has already started.
Really.
And I'm thinking about doing an Ecuadorian fade with, all of these colors.
Ooh.
Okay, that's my modification, Hohi. Don't even just go la 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 because I know you probably don't even want to think about that.
She'll love it.
But well, maybe. But if I start coining it, my Rhinebeck sweater,
Too
it's going to
much
turn into
pressure.
It is. It's going to be like, well, now why did I even have to say the R word for this? So if anybody thinks it's a good idea,
We will
say, hey,
package them
Amy,
up
it's
and
a good
send
idea.
them to you.
I think it's a good idea, Amy. So I
Maybe
mean,
there's some
let's,
viewers out there that would love to knit it and they can't find it anywhere because it was a kit and you can't find it and you can't buy it anymore. And we even have that piece of paper that shows you how to do all the pieces.
we have everything.
Mom's gonna kill us because she spent all
She
that time
researched it.
finding that. Oh,
I know. But think
sorry,
about it.
Mom.
It kept her Alzheimer's at bay because she had to do all that thinking. So we actually did her a favor. So, okay, so just
Uh,
being completely honest, that kit was $220. I
yeah.
don't nearly expect to be able to get anything close to that amount. So, 210 is probably a pretty good deal that I'm looking at. Well, I've knit over half the damn diamonds. So,
Yeah,
no, I'm
that's
only kidding.
true. That's true.
So, okay, so I'm putting it out there in the waves out there in the solar system. Reply as a comment to the thread specifically to the Rhinebeck sweater issue
Yes, and if you
and tell
can't
us
be
what you
kind, be quiet. If you don't think it's a great idea and you think we're really off base by even talking about this way, then just please spare us from your mean
or
words.
like well like Eric said, if you can't be kind, be constructive. So if you don't think it's a good idea, you don't have to be mean or nasty. You can say, listen, I think
You should do this instead.
whatever. That's right.
Okay.
Did 55 pairs of solid color socks from all the yarn. Don't make the sweater. I mean, I don't know. People have some interesting ideas. So let us know what you think.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to love what we're knitting because this is the year, and every year should be, if you're going to have a hobby and you're going to love your hobby, you're going to enjoy every part of it.
Yes.
And if not, rip it out or sell it or bury it. Don't
Yes.
make it work
Right.
because we're not knitting. Our jobs aren't revolved around knitting.
Right.
As much as we'd love them to be, I think we'd end up hating it.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it could be. I don't enjoy knitting for a specific project for somebody else. Like if
Don't
it
agree
wasn't
to
my
knit wash.
colors.
Don't agree to knit washcloths, even if you get paid for them. That is
Yes.
the lesson I learned 2 years ago.
I don't know how Aunt Jan is knitting her fade for her friend.
And
Although
the
Aunt
friend
Jan, I
gave
have to say, the colors that
the
you
friend.
said you don't really care too much about, I think they actually look pretty nice
Now the
in
yarn
that
was
fade.
given to her to knit it.
Oh
So
yes, it
the
was a
friend
commission,
gave her the
basically
yarn.
a commissioned piece, but for free. But her friend also bought her. It wasn't for free because her friend bought her some beautiful yarn as a
Yes, Mom
thank
told me
you.
about that.
So yeah.
So, oh, I wanted to show Mom because I'm not going to bring it, but we were talking about the yarn she was gifted, and here's a little plug. The dad and son dyers behind the yarn she was gifted, the
Yes.
Meadowcroft Yarn.Rehab, my local yarn store.
Carries it now?
Yes, exclusively. People in 50 miles from our yarn store cannot carry it. This is one that I got. It's called Corsage.
Oh my
Remember
goodness.
this?
Yes. That's beautiful. Is that a sock?
So this is sock. And so what's kind of challenging, you can find them two different ways. You can put in yarn.rehab, not .com, not at Yahoo, yarn.rehab, and it'll come up.
Okay.
But they're also called Meadowcroft Dye Works. Can you see that in that little round?
Yeah.
Meadowcroft Dye Works.
Yeah.
They're up in Pennsylvania. It's a father-son group. They've gotten so big that they moved like out of their garage into a big building now to
Warehouse.
dye. Yes. So isn't that gorgeous? I'm excited to see how this dyes up. But this is one of the,
Knits
this is
up.
the same. Yeah, I mean, knits up, dyes up. It's already dyed up. I've gotten a couple of theirs. Remember the skein that I bought, the worsted skein that we bought to gift Ben, Sue and Chelsea's brother Ben, who started knitting for a
Oh,
hat.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was the same group's
Oh, okay.
yarn. It was
Okay.
from yarn.rehab. Okay, anyway, long tangent for nothing.
That's okay.
So guess what? In 2 weeks, I'm going to be in California. We're going to have Debbie's birthday on March 4th, which is Saturday. We're going to do our potiversary. Debbie and I, just to let you guys know, we're going to organize all the details of our future mystery knit along, which maybe we're thinking about rolling out for the month of May because it has something to do with mothers, correct?
Yes, we are going to dedicate this pattern to our mom. And because
Yes.
you only have one mom, well, I shouldn't say that. A lot of people have more than one mom. You only have
Yeah.
one, most of us only have one mom. It's going to be a one color shawl. But with the way it's constructed, if you want to add more colors, you'll be able to do that too.
Or if you can modify it as much as you want,
You
like
can
me,
do
just
whatever
go
you
for
want.
it.
Yes.
But I promise I am going to knit this with one color. And the person that we are, should I say?
Sure.
The person who we are collaborating with, who has agreed to be our yarn recommendations, is Artistic
Artistic
Lily.
Lily! Yay!
So Ellie has agreed. She originally said, you know what, I am not going in any collab with you guys.
With
It's
you
just too much
crazy
hard work.
ladies.
It's just too much work.
No.
No, she never said that. So I've gotten some yarn coming to me and I'm going to skein it up and have my needles ready. So
Did
when
you
Debbie and
see
I,
that latest post she put up on Instagram? That green.
hold on a minute. No,
I
I'm looking
Okay,
right now.
Ellie, are you watching?
Yeah, she's
That's the
watching. She told me
color.
she
I
would.
think that's the color I'm gonna need to have for my shawl.
Okay, hold on a minute. Oh, this color?
Isn't that gorgeous? Yes, that color.
That's not, that's sort of like,
I
are you turning
must
into mother?
I must have that. It's a Mother's Day shawl for
It's called,
after Mother.
it's called Eyes on the Forest. And guess which one I've already ordered?
Which one?
Pretty Little Sea Monsters.
Oh, that's pretty, Aim. Aqua with a little purple and
Yep.
white.
Purple and white and aqua and little like fuchsia, dark pink.
That's going to be pretty.
Oh yeah.
Oh, baby.
Okay, so
we're going to do that in May. So we have to get it all figured out while Amy's here. I'm going to write up the pattern. I'm going to host it in my Ravelry store, and I will be releasing the clues. And we're going to
how many clues are we going to have? Okay, the 3 pips was 3 clues because, duh, 3 pips. Okay, maybe we'll have 4.
I think it's going to depend
No
on
more than 4.
It's going to depend. No more than 4. It's going to be either 3 or 4. It's going to depend on how we write up the pattern.
Split
we'll have to
it up.
find some
Okay.
good transitions for the
And
clue
as
releases.
everybody knows, it's going to be a wrap or shawl. Did I say that? I'm sorry, that word came out and I didn't even mean to. It's going to be an accessory that starts with a W,
Right.
which would be a wrap.
Right.
Okay. So if you're not into knitting wraps, then you probably don't want to do the mystery knit along. So go over to Artistic Lily.
Yes.
Just to get started, look at her colorway, see what you might think. And I think even if it was tonal or variegated speckled, it's just all going to be a one color wrap. So any color that floats your boat would be great.
And we're going to try and keep it to one skein, correct? Or do we think it's going to be more than one skein?
No, we're going to keep it to one skein.
Okay. 400 yards plus or minus.
That's a plenty big wrap.
100 grams. So this can be for that one skein that you've been
just don't know what to do with.
and
it's maybe a
really
cashmere skein
special,
or something.
Just like your mom.
Socks.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
That you want to light on fire sometimes because they make you crazy like your mom. I'm only kidding. Don't light your yarn on fire. Don't light your mother on fire either.
You're not being kind.
Okay, I am kind of being kind. Okay, moving right along. Okay, so
oh, you know what?
That's
I have some more bags from Aunt Jan.
Okay, before you talk about that, let's just get all the admin stuff. We're going to pull for the love along. The love along sock knit along runs through the February 28th, so we'll pull the winners. Your secretary is going to have to start taking notes of all the things we have to pull for when we come out for
I
the
have it written
podiversary.
down in my little notepad over there.
Okay, good. And then probably the first couple weeks of March, I will let the speckled dragon egg socks pattern out in the world. Tabby, I'm still waiting on a picture for
sent
the
you.
pattern.
No.
Tabby.
Oh, I thought you said Debbie.
Tabby.
Oh,
No,
Tabby.
Tabby. Tabby has that beautiful mint speckled colorway from Tristan Dragon Horde Yarn.
Okay.
So there's 4 different colorways that you can choose from that. So go over and check that
Don't
out.
be in the doghouse, Tabby. You better get on that, or she's going to be hounding you for the rest of
But
your life.
I saw their last podcast. She's already down to the heel on one, so she's already past the point that I need. I just need something
So just
close
go
up that
take
I
a
can
picture.
show.
Just take a picture
I
real
know
quick
she
and
said
send it
she
to
was
me.
going to and send it to me, and it hasn't happened yet, but that's okay. I will hound her sister, and I'll let her
She's a
sister
busy
nag her.
mother.
I know she is.
Did you?
Is she not? She's got
did
like
she-
7 kids, doesn't
did
she?
she-
No, she has 4 kids, I think.
Now Tabby's the one with
With the dark hair.
the dark hair, right? And she's the one that made that coat. Did you see that coat that she
Yeah,
sewed?
I saw that video, and I'm thinking, did she buy that?
She
Certainly not.
sewed that coat.
She's
That's
a
what
little
she's been doing
crazy.
instead of taking pictures
That's what
for
she's
you.
been
It's
doing.
more important than your pictures.
It's making a coat for her husband.
No, it's for her.
Was it hers?
It's for her.
I thought it was.
I
I thought it was.
beautiful
It was like a green.
wool
Yeah.
with the beautiful
Yes.
plaid
With the
inside. Anyway,
pockets and a little
No.
wooden.
yeah.
No.
Very
Okay.
cute.
Anyway, so that's going to come out the first week or 2 of March, probably after I get back from California. After California, I'm going to Utah to visit Christy and Tristan and their whole family from Dragon Horde Yarn and Yarn Cafe Creations. So we're packing our bikinis for San Diego and our parkas for Utah. I don't know how we're going to do that. That's
You're not going to be
interesting.
needing bikinis for San Diego.
Well, I
can tell you
know, but
that.
I'm saying, I mean, we're going to have capris and slides and flip flops, but maybe no. Okay, never mind. I'll pack parka for both.
Just bring layers. You'll be fine if you bring layers.
Bring layers.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, that's love alongs will stop. Then the pattern will come out for dragon speckled dragon eggs, and that knit along will be in April for it'll be Easter, and then come May we'll have the mystery knit along.
Mm-hmm.
And then soon after that, or around that time, I may have another collaboration sock pattern coming out, which we'll talk about later. Not on this podcast. Okay, so you were going to say,
be kind.
or be quiet. Are we stopping now? That was a very nice segue.
Oh, well, what did you need me to say?
Nothing. You were going to say something. I interrupted you, and you said that I was going to show you or say or something. Was there anything else you had to say or show?
Oh, and Jan's bags.
Yeah, see, I forgot too. So, see, you almost cut us off before showing Aunt Jan's bags.
Quite a few. I'm not going to show all of them. And
Why?
I had trouble. I took pictures of all of them last weekend, and I tried to get them up on Etsy, and it wouldn't let me save a previous post to put in the new pictures and stuff. So I don't know what was going on with Etsy, but hopefully they've got it figured out. Okay, so I'll show you a couple of my favorites. This one is one of my favorites. Oops. Still got the little, ow, I just poked myself with that pin. Isn't that beautiful?
And if you buy it, it comes with the pin, so you can draw blood yourself.
This is a drawstring bag.
Oh, that is beautiful.
That has this gorgeous Japanese bamboo print on it.
Wow. I want to see the inside. It looked like the fabric on the inside was really neat. Oh my gosh. That looks like knitting.
Yeah. It does
So
kind of look
pretty,
like
Aunt
knitting.
Jan.
Isn't that pretty? I love this one. And like I said, she's an expert seamstress. That's all I'm going to say.
Yes.
These are beautifully made
she's a
bags.
quilt maker. What do you expect?
This one is really cool too. Look at this one's got, oops. She's so sweet. She tags them all with the size, the measurements and everything for me, so I don't have to measure them.
Is she? It's all like Japanese inspired. Look at that other cool. Look at that cool sun.
And this is like
batik,
got gathers
Debbie?
on it. Yeah, it's batik. And it has this beautiful, like hand-dyed kind of peachy color on the inside.
And is it pieced?
It's pieced, but look, this is, I don't know if you can see. It's like gathered almost.
Oh,
See all the
that's
little,
just too neat. Wow,
it's
that's
textured.
work.
That's a lot of work. She's
Yeah.
been experimenting with a lot of different styles. And this one is another, I shouldn't take these tags off because I need to know the measurements. This one, she did like a pleat. You see the pleat?
Oh, yeah. So when you fill it up and you close it, then there's still plenty of space. Oh, that's a very cool idea.
Isn't that neat?
Yes.
It's boxed on the bottom.
She's got some beautiful fabrics.
Yeah. And then, just give me 1 second. Let me put this back on here.
Stay organized. Your secretary will be glad for that.
I know she will. And this one was on this one. Thank you for your patience, my friends.
They may not be patient. They may have
They're
already
gone.
left.
That's
So
okay.
the ones who didn't, thank you for your patience.
Look at this cute one. It doesn't matter if it has a tag on it. It's got like a little
Ruffle.
ruffle on it. And this one's a
Cute.
zipper.
And it's really tall.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. A ruffle on the front.
Yeah. And then the
Oh.
inside is it's the same fabric inside, actually.
Ooh, that's pretty.
It's
I like
really
that green and pink.
another kind of Japanese
She
style. Mom, I
she
think, had a
loves that.
lot of
Oh,
Japanese fabrics. I think at one point in time she went through a Japanese phase. And
the
Aunt Jan
Japanese face.
has
That mother.
look at this cute little one with the music on it and the little piano
Oh,
player.
are those little people
Yeah, those are
in the
little
middle?
people. It's like a little orchestra.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, they're so cute.
Kapow.
Oh yeah.
Bright orange.
Oh yeah.
And
Let
look,
me
this
see.
is
Hold that bag all the way up. Hold it all the way up. Oh, that is so awesome. She is great.
and then we have another drawstring that she made. This is another one. This one sold already in the shop, so she made another one. It's like
That same one?
tulips, very similar, the same fabrics.
Color?
With the
Same color?
beautiful
Oh, wow.
polka dot, gradient polka dot on the inside.
That's beautiful. Is there any interfacing? I mean, they look fairly
Yes,
sturdy.
they are. They're
Interfacing.
interfaced with a light interfacing. Look at this one. I love this one too.
Oh, butterflies?
Butterflies.
Wow. Nice.
And then I have two that are like this with this beautiful black batik.
Ooh, those feathers. Ooh, that's neat. Very neat. Perfect size for socks. Yes, Debbie?
Yes. Even a shawl.
Well, if you guys don't get on it and buy those, I'm going to be going shopping when I get
Yes.
to
How pretty.
get to California, and I'm going to be bringing some Aunt Jan's bags back to Georgia with me.
And then she sent two of these and she said, "Do you think people will like these?" I said, "Well, they're a little old fashioned, but they're so beautiful. Look. They're they're quilter's blocks. It's like a quilted.
Are those blocks that she made
Yes,
in the
she made
past?
these in the past and then she turned them into a bag.
Oh, I
I
don't
don't
think
even
they're
know
old
how she
fashioned.
did that. I don't know how she
How'd she
did
piece
that.
the fabric around it? Did she applicate on the front of it?
I don't know if it's applique on the front. That's not hand applique, Aunt Jan. Did you?
I bet she did. Let me
It's a
see it up close.
beautiful drawstring. Look at that beautiful
Wow.
fabric on the inside. It's a drawstring top.
Let me see the front again. She must have, Debbie. Oh my gosh. That's beautiful.
There's one that's
You don't
that color
you don't
scheme.
get quilted bags. You don't
And,
get
and then look
quilt
at this
squares
one.
on the front of your bags. Ooh, that's neat too.
Look at the back fabric.
Wow. Those take some time, don't they?
I
Debbie?
know. And they're just so beautifully made too. I mean, her stitching is like so professional, the way I don't know. Beautiful. This one's like 16 3/4 by 11.5. It's big.
Wow.
It's tall.
And I love how that one square is the same fabric
I
as the back.
know. Isn't
I
that
love
cool?
that. Yep. Wow, neat.
So I'm gonna try
Very
and
nice,
see
Aunt
if I
Jan.
can't get those
From
up
Jan's
into
hands.
the shop. Yeah. This weekend, I'm gonna make some time because I have Monday off. I have an extra day off this weekend for the holiday.
You're
I
lucky.
don't
I have to
know. I
work.
don't know if this one's going in the shop. This one I might have to buy this one for me. Not like I don't have enough bags, but I really love
You
this.
don't have enough bags, and if you run out, you could always make yourself some more.
I know.
Which you need to get back on the sewing machine, or do what you want.
I do what I want and what I'm inspired to do. If I'm inspired to sew, I sit down and sew. If I want to crochet, I crochet. If I want to knit on a sock, I do that.
I'm inspired to drink wine almost every night. Does that count?
Me too. High five.
High five. High five this way. All right. Well, I guess maybe we ought to wrap it up.
Okay.
Our
Thank
next
you,
podcast
everybody.
will be our podiversary. We'll be together
I
again.
know.
You know, it's been a year since I've seen Mom and Dad, and that's never going to happen again. I've already decided I'm coming out twice a year.
Good. Good.
Because I don't want anybody to put them out to pasture yet.
They're going to
It
stay
must
right
be me
where
that puts
they're
them
at.
out to pasture.
They're going to be right where they're at
I know
until
they
their
are.
final days. And so.
Yep. And that's a good thing.
I had such a nice time when I went up there for Super Bowl Sunday. It was just me. I just went up there and
Yeah.
hung out with them and had dinner, and it was really nice.
That's good.
So.
Okay, so next time we see you, it will be March 4th, Debbie's birthday, our podiversary, and we'll
Yep.
have to do something special, maybe make a cake or something.
Yes.
Yummy.
Brownies. Brownies
Yeah,
and
or
ice
those
cream.
cupcakes. Did you see Grocery Girls? They had their podiversary
Yeah.
and they had their little tiaras on. That was fun. We can get
Yeah.
balloons and
Yeah.
we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Let Luke be thinking about that because he's got some good ideas.
I'm not
He'll have
leaving
dancing
anything up to
girls
him.
and Chippendales. He'll rent those for us, I'm sure.
I'm not going to leave it up to him, believe me.
Yeah, never know what's going to come up.
I know. All right. Love
All
you.
right. Love you too.
Bye, guys.
can't be
Thanks
kind.
for watching. Be quiet.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Mwah.